All right, now we're in business. So good afternoon and a warm welcome to everyone. My name is Juan Carlos Camarra with the Northeast Ohio chapter of PMI. Today I'm gonna give you a very brief and a bridge demo on Miro. This revolutionary, I call it revolutionary cloud, collaborative cloud platform that really can do wonders when it comes to improving interactions, via online channels with multiple teams and stakeholders or project members, etc., as well as just reduce the number of tools that you need to use in order to accomplish a given objective. Whether we're talking about a small interaction, whether we're talking about just trying to get feedback from a customer or someone or a contractor, or whether it comes to gathering value input from a large group, I think Miro is a very powerful tool. And most importantly, it has a very committed customer base, which really helps people not only create content from scratch, but also modify templates and adapt what are already these really baroque, these very comprehensive spreadsheets and tools into even more powerful templates. So let's go over the agenda. I'm going to introduce really quick and heads up the code to claim your PDUs will be emailed to you after the event. So yes, we are using the webinar feature of Zoom, of course. I might not be able to see all of your chat messages as they come in. However, yes, please silence your microphones. Be advised that we are recording this session so we can post it in our YouTube channels, YouTube channel later on. So let me just give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Apex Systems, Strategic Systems, and Tech Systems. Thank you so much for your support. I also wanted to mention that our local chapter, the Northeast Ohio chapter of PMI, offers a wealth of learning opportunities. If you are a member of PMI, you can access webinars, you can access different even training programs that, like for instance, PMI Kickoff, which is this very well put introduction to the very basics of project management. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you want to teach what project management is about, or at least give someone a glimpse into the practice, I will definitely advise that you check PMI Kickoff. And there is an Agile Kickoff too, if I'm not mistaken, which is also very interesting. Of course, the local chapter does have is partnered with Peak Business Management and Velocity, which is a leading provider of project management training. So definitely go into our website and check that out. We also have a job board in our website. We know, of course, the pandemic has caused so much damage that if you know of any project management professional or anyone who would like to get into the project management profession and is looking for a job, definitely direct them to our job board. You don't need to read all of that, but a little bit about myself. So I am a native of Peru in South America. I have been in Cleveland for quite a bit now, for almost 14 years, and loving it. I have gotten used to the people and the weather and everything, so I'm very comfortable here. I didn't list it here, but I guess something cool that I would like to share with everyone is that I love travel. So while the last year hasn't been the best of years, before the pandemic, I really enjoyed traveling as much as I could. I have gone to Japan a couple of times. I have gone to Machu Picchu too. So yeah, my hobby or one of my passions was traveling throughout the world. So I mean, there's none of that anymore. So for now, I mean, it's just me and Rick Steves on PBS. Please write any questions you may have in the Zoom chat window. Please keep your microphones muted until the end of the presentation. I will tune in and monitor the chat every once in a while, so I am able to provide your questions and answer to your questions as soon as I can. Now, this session today is, of course, part of our Thursday Tech webinar series. Check us out on YouTube. We have, I think, all of the presentations, all of the Tech Thursday webinars from last year, as well as the one from March, posted there. We will post this one there too. And we are looking for speakers. So if there is any piece of software that you are passionate about or that you think could help other practitioners better achieve their goals, please feel free to drop us an email at bp-programs@pmineo.org, and we will be happy to talk and see if we can accommodate and we can have you present one of these webinars in the future. Also, I want to just give you a quick heads up. These are some of the upcoming events that we have in the works. The main amongst which is Professional Development Day. I will definitely suggest that you stay tuned via social media and you go into our website to check that out. This is an event that I think has a lot to offer to practitioners and in general any business professional. So I also wanted to advertise most of our events offer PDUs, like our Tech Thursday webinars do offer, I think it's 1 or 1.5 PDUs. And usually we offer them right after the session. For today, we're going to go ahead and email that code to everyone. So without further ado, let me jump to the thick of it. So this is Miro. And again, this is a cloud platform. So Chimpuca, ya. Claro, pues no puede ser otra manera. So this is the platform. When you create an account with Miro, and you do have to create an account in order to be able to create boards and then later post them into what's called the Miroverse. A little bit more to come about that. You do have to create a free account. And as you can see, there are already a wealth of templates available to you. As soon as you join, you're going to see right off the bat in your dashboard, in the welcome screen, you have all of these templates. And if you want to create a new one, you will just go ahead and click here on New Board. And the way Miro works, you have to create a team as well. Miro, of course, was designed with the idea of people collaborating in teams. So in my case, I just created a team of 1. But if you were working with external, like contractors or with people outside your organization, in order for them to use all of the features, you might need to activate or allow them into your team. All right. So let me just go to the board that I prepared for today's session. Yes, you can join Miro for free. Now, some of the tools that I am about to review for you do require you to have a premium account, and it's not that expensive. If you're talking about like an individual subscription, it's not expensive at all. I think it's like $15 a month or so. If you're talking about an enterprise account, then they have different plans depending on what you are trying to achieve. So this is something, so this is what you see once you enter into the canvas or the board, the Miro board. you have two different toolbars. The main one of which is this, the templates. Most people, I'm a pessimist, so excuse me if this comes across the wrong way, but I think that a lot of people are lazy. Personally, after a full work week, I am somewhat lazy myself. So I don't like reinventing the wheel. If someone already put the work, and the beauty of Miro is that it has, again, a very committed community. So if I need to gather input, or if I need to improve, for instance, note taking at an OAC meeting, for instance, or at a large cross-functional team meeting, I'm going to go through these templates before I get started and see if there's anything that will fit the purposes of what I'm trying to accomplish. And in particular, I mean, you can see that it is designed for agile. The layout and the templates are conducive for practitioners who are trying to conduct agile or lean, to complete lean or agile activities. So you have retrospective templates, you have design sprints, you have Kanban boards, even a Johari window, items like that. And of course, if you want to modify them, you want to customize them, you just click here, select a template that you like, that you think is going to be helpful for what you're trying to accomplish. Like, for instance, let's see, an IR board. And then you're going to see that it's already inserted in the board. Sometimes, I mean, it's tricky depending on how many items you have in your board. You are going to need to scroll around the canvas. In this case, I wanted to show you a few examples. I cannot edit that right now. We will go back to that later. But for instance, something that I think was helpful to show with everyone was a design sprint. So I inserted the template right here. If I was trying to implement, or I was trying to create something or design something, here we have schedule, we have sprint, we have an area for homework for all of the team members. And you zoom in by just, of course, zooming in with Control Z, as you will with any other piece of software. You scroll with the arrows. That's important to mention. Once you have an object or a board or a template in Miro, you do have to be cognizant of how to scroll and navigate. So you will need to zoom in either with the control zoom or with the mouse wheel. And then, in order for everything to stay in place, you scroll with the cursor keys. So if I was just trying to move around with the mouse, I will inadvertently select objects and move them around as I'm trying to navigate the canvas. So that's just a quick tip for you. Then the rest of this board is pretty much inserting objects, text, shapes. If you were trying to put together a flow chart as you are going through a meeting, you would use all of these in order to annotate or create whatever chart or diagram you think will be helpful. You can also draw if it was a board with the pen feature. You can upload files. Like if you connect, I don't have it set up to connect to a Dropbox or a cloud depository account, but once you connect it to Dropbox or Google Drive, it really is much easier to just upload stuff on the go and download them and insert them into the boards from your work computer, from your cell phone, from your iPad, as you are out of the office. So this is really helpful. If you know, versus just carrying USBs or any other form of physical storage that might get lost or misplaced. Another very powerful feature of Miro is the apps. It just there is a wealth of apps and platforms that can be connected to Miro. Of course, if you're on the design side and you are into wireframing or UX design for HTML design or for app design, then you can see you have Adobe XD. You have other video conferencing tools and platforms that you can connect. Of course, you have Google Drive. It can connect to Jira, Slack, Azure, etc., etc. So definitely, I mean, if you're already using something and you don't want to start from scratch, definitely just go into the marketplace, and most of these are free to install. So you just go and get the app, download, and sign in into your account so you can access the account in the other platform from Miro. Okay. Now, this bar right here at the bottom in the lower left section of the screen, corner of the screen, is these are the features that would require you to have a premium account. So if I wanted to enter presentation mode, and if I wanted to lock everyone else from editing or doing anything while I am talking, I will click on this so that I could give them an overview. And then they can just join in, back in, and start editing and writing notes and adding comments. But well, this will allow me to lock the screen effectively. Of course, you have a comment bar in case people don't have any audio or video capabilities. They can just click and start chatting with you that way. Then you have cards, which is, of course, like if you want to add comments or if you want to add comments that they can later review. It's kind of like a chat as well. But I think that is better at memorializing anything that you would like to keep there for reference in case you have a living document that you want to edit over the course of successive meetings. Of course, screen sharing. You have voting features. You have a poll feature as well. You can create polls. I cannot show you all of these because I am using Zoom right now, but if I was trying to use or live in Miro exclusively and just don't leave the platform, I would go ahead, click on the video chat feature, and then just use the chat and the board itself in order to communicate with others and gather input. And the video conferencing capabilities are really good. The audio is good, the video is good. I didn't experience any glitches in all of the instances when I had a chance to try it out in a professional setting. So I do recommend that. The only thing is you cannot see a list of participants as you do with Zoom. You can only see up to, I think, 3 or 4 participants at once. So yeah, you cannot see their faces at the same time. You have a timer feature. So let's say that you were doing something akin to a breakout. When you have people working on one section, I mean, a group of people working in one section of the screen while the other group works on something else, you can use this to a time and allow people to just enter value and complete a given activity during the course of the meeting. And of course, it's just an activity. So again, if I wanted to export this, then I will either save this as a PDF or I will take a screenshot, and then I will have something that I can reference in the future and I can share via email to all the stakeholders. Now, these are some other additional templates that I thought were really cool. Like if I was using this to mentor someone and I wanted to, and I wanted just to guide them through a process, right? Go from not have this as is, but just go from one card to the next. Let me see here. There is a way of doing that. just my computer is being a little bit slow right now. Yeah, there is a way of doing it so that you can go from one screen to the next. My apologies. I do not seem to be able to find the right option, but it's akin to another cloud platform called Hoylu, which is Hoylu. That's another platform, another cloud collaborative platform akin to Miro that basically is the same. It's the same concept. It's a board where all of the screens are interconnected and numbered. So if you wanted to put together or just memorialize items and create an archive, as soon as you're done, you will use Hoylu, create and assign one screen per each meeting or per each event. So this right here, what I'm showing you, it's another template that I just downloaded from the Miroverse. And again, that's how the community of creators and makers is known. All of these were created by either companies or other users and shared with everyone else for to be used for free. So you have a full library and you also have the Miroverse proper. Let me show you that really quick because it's really cool. And this is where you have just access to everything. I mean, in case you want to try something, or in case you just want to see something for reference, just to see if it will work, or if there is a document living in another platform that you would like to power up or to enhance, this is a great tool with lots of cool visual examples. All right. So something that I have used is I do a lot of, or I participate in pool planning quite frequently. Pool planning is a last planner, is part of a last planner system. It's basically when you gather everyone at the beginning of the project and have everyone input their own activities into a calendar. And you can go ahead and of course everyone enters, first of all, the name of their company, right, who they are, a given activity, and any constraints or any dependencies. So let me give you an example. Let's say that I am the consultant in a given project. I will type in my name. Let's say this is a construction project. So let's say I want to conduct property condition assessment of a small building or a small facility. I will go and I say, well, in order to conduct that as per a given standard, let's say ASTM standard, that will take me at least 5 days. From the day of the site visit to the day I have a final report that I can share with everyone for the review and for future and to assess next steps. So I will go, and then I will move this around to a given time frame, and of course, not only a time but also a part of what phase. So if someone else has something that they need for the second phase, right? For they need something for the construction, and that's going to start in April, for instance, part of pre-con activities, they will have constructability or something along those lines. They will just add that in there. And of course, again, there is very little work to do, except just finding the right templates. I mean, all of these are templates. Is something, of course, that I customized for the purposes of this meeting, but most of it was just a template. So that's the beauty of Miro. It saves you a lot of work. It makes things really easy on you. All right, let me check the chat. Okay, wonderful. One last feature that I would like to show, and again, I'm keeping my promise that this will be a very short, very abridged session, is this. You can insert videos. So in order to insert a video, let me see. You click on upload via URL. So if I wanted to show everyone what the last planner system is and what group planning is, so in case anyone is interested, in case there's someone in the audience that hasn't been exposed to that, I can copy videos, I can copy documents. This case, I will just go to YouTube and select a link and upload via URL. And once that is inserted, yeah. I will in a location conducive to people interacting, where it's readily available, right, for all the participants, in a place where it doesn't interfere with any of the other activities. And then I will just go ahead and play the video. And it works pretty well. Sometimes, I mean, you do, even if you have people joining via phone, I mean, it's just the audio comes across beautifully, and the video quality, I mean, if you were to expand the full screen, will also be quite acceptable. So let me see, 30. And that is about the brunt of my presentation. So thank you so much for bearing with me. I greatly appreciate you attending, and I want to see if there are any questions from the audience before we call it a day. So you can join Miro for free. No, well, you can join it for free now if you want to edit and create teams and use all of the features that require a subscription. Can multiple users access a board in Miro at the same time for group edits? Yes. What you do is you click here on the share. Let me go back to sharing my screen really quick. So what you will do is, you can share reactions, you will share. And if I wanted people to be a part of this exercise, I will just add emails, right, based on a sign-up list or a roster. And then in case they don't have a Miro account, I will just copy the invite link and send it to them in an email. And that way they will be able to edit even if they do not have a Miro account. All right. Any other questions? Cool. So without further ado, let me just say, again, this is our website, PMINEO.org. We are on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Stay tuned. We have more events coming up in May, amongst which is the Professional Development Day, which I highly recommend. And yep, with that, we are gonna take off early. So thank you, everyone. Have an excellent rest of your day and a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Thank you.